What's good, everybody? DJ TMac here for another great hip-hop conversation. Hip-hop conversation. Hip-hop conversation. You already know what it is. We have a man of many crafts with us today. He's a hip-hop artist, producer, photographer, filmmaker, tiler. You know, he'll tile the shit out of your bathroom and your kitchen, it looks like, too. And, we're going to find out what else he does, but I got my man Clever Schemes up in here with me today. Thank you for taking the time, coming over, blessing the studio. First Colorado artist in here. So speaking about working with Musalini and stuff like that, I believe you got a shout out on the new album, right?
Oh yeah, hell
Paid
yeah.
in Full?
I do, yeah, man. On the mountain, yes.
On the mountain. Come on, man.
On the mountain, man. That's a whole fucking story in itself, but pretty much Moose and O almost died out here in Colorado on a mountainside.
Oh my.
Yeah, but I'll leave when you interview them. I'll leave that
story.
We're
gonna get O back in here soon, and I think Moose will be coming out.
You can let
in the
them
next few
tell
months.
that story.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask them about that.
But don't let them forget the details to the part where it was their fault too. So. All
right. I'm gonna pull this clip up for them.
Yeah, that's a story. Something
I noticed actually, this project is gonna be called Dusty Souls. Your other one is called Dirty Spirits. Again, with just the DS, I'm not sure there's any connection there. It just happens to be, almost the same, similar sounding thing. Soul, spirit, it's just part of that whole universal connection, I guess. Is there any connection to the previous album in that way?
I think subconsciously it is, because I wanted to name Dirty Spirits Dusty Soul. That's what me and Yoshinobu was going to call it, Dusty Soul, and the album cover was going to be a rose, like a rose with gold dust, covering half of it, and then the other half being just kind of show, Dusty Soul, meaning where we all are trying to be pure, but there's just certain dust that just comes over us that we just can't control growing up in certain environments. So when me and Y Next was coming up with this album, we're thinking about, the aesthetic of it and how we wanted to, put it together. And Dusty Souls came up because it was he comes from Buffalo, and, he's a real genuine dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a genuine dude. We come from the trenches, but we're dusty. And we're dusty because of the environment. You know what I mean? We got pure souls, but the shit that's in the air, the energy that's in the air, the temptation, a lot of this shit, you can't, sometimes it's hard to get away from it. So it makes you a little dusty. So you have a dusty soul, but not dusty in a bad dusty. It's dusty, dusty souls, man. Just people who really just got potential to do everything in life, but coming from where we come from and being that we come from, harmful environments and like that, you're gonna be a little dusty. You're gonna come out with some dust. You ain't gonna come out clean, right? You're gonna come out pure, but you're gonna go through some shit.
Let's get into your music making. So, you said you played football forever. When did you start making music, and how did that sort of come about?
Yeah, I started making music in 2020. That's the start of the pandemic. I jumped into it, and I've been going ever since. How it came about was, we were in the pandemic, and football was canceled, school was canceled. So I didn't have really much to really to gravitate to. So I've always loved music, I always loved hip hop. And I figured I need some kind of craft, something to keep me busy, I guess, on the pandemic. Mm. And I thought to myself, why not learn how to make beats? I can't rap, so I figured if I love music so much, why not learn how to make beats? So I was working for a little bit. I caught myself a beat machine, and the rest is what it is today. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. So the pandemic was really the spark.
100%.
It was a special night tonight. The Don and I tour came to Colorado Springs, and we have one of the acts from the tour who ripped it tonight. Honestly, they just straight ripped it. We got Swank right next to me, and King Draft
What's happening?
over there. What's good, y'all? How you guys doing? How you feeling?
King Draft, Jamar Records representative.
Yes, sir. I feel good, man. The show was crazy. The show was lit. People pulled up, you know what I'm saying? It was a beautiful night. Everybody showed mad love, had fun. I feel like that's the most important thing if you're not having fun while you're doing it. So tonight was beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I hate doing this, but I don't really think people understand. Like, and I just think it's unfair to me because I'm putting my time into doing this shit. So it's like, but I kick flow like John Jones till I KO. Like, I'm kicking the floor like, all right, whatever. But I'm just,
You let them know. Talk your shit.
That was just one of the rapidy rap verses that I got into, but I enjoy little like Easter eggs in like verses to see if people are like really listening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's funny that you said that because you're the first person that's ever said it. Like,
Yeah,
so.
You guys need to come here for the realness, all right? You guys get the facts. You guys get some good shit here, some good insight.
And I was like, yo, I think this is crazy. Like, nobody like. But I appreciate that. Like, they're the first person that's put it together. So I appreciate that.
Absolutely. We had some producers on the show, but this one has done by far the most amount of work. I'm just calling him a legend, and it's an honor to be sitting here with him. I really appreciate his time. We got Khrysis in the building, y'all. Khrysis, how are you?
Peace, man. Yo, T, thanks for having me, man. Yo, I'm feeling blessed, man. I love life, man. Life is great, ain't it?
It is, bro.
All right.
Bro. The Don and I tour. Second
man.
City.
Yes, sir. It's
How's
the
it feel,
Second
man?
City, man? Nah,
Two shows down.
Yeah, 2 shows down, man. It feels good, man. It feels great, man. I'm just, I'm enjoying my time, man. Having a good time, man. Rocking these records, man. It's
playing records,
yeah.
spitting records, man. What don't you do?
I would say sing, but that would be a lie.
Can we get a little something right now?
Nah.
Okay. So he brought you on stage. He gave you props. What did that feel like?
Wow. It was amazing. I really didn't think that he was going to do that. First, it was like Khrysis. He was on stage. He pointed me out and said, "You come over here on this side." I was like, okay. So I go up on stage. I wasn't expecting Knife Wonder to say that. But when he did that, I was like, wow. Like, I caught somebody's attention, and it felt good inside. It kind of felt like Kanye West on stage with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z hands him the Rockefeller chain.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like that, and I was like, wow, this is it right here.
We got a dope artist in the building. This is his second time on my channel. The first time it was through the internet, and it was actually my first web interview, so I really appreciate him for giving me the opportunity to do that. And today he's in my new home state of Colorado. Last night he killed it at the Gold Room on the Don and I tour. Today we have the Musalini in the building. What up, Moose?
Hey, man. What up, TMac? Man, I appreciate you. Finally dope to meet you in person.
Hell
you know
yeah.
What I mean?
Hell
like
yeah.
you said, we did the first interview over the phone, and I popped up. I'm in Colorado, and now we're here, man. Round 2, part 2 for the people.
Absolutely. We talked about a lot of things in that interview that seem to be coming to fruition. We talked about touring, working with different producers, your in-house people, and, just growing. And that seems to be all that's been happening over the past year. So what has it been like since our last conversation?
I mean, it's just a lot's been happening, man. Like you said, everything we spoke about in part 1 has kind of been coming to life since these albums and these projects that, I was working on back then. Now they're out, available on all platforms. But, everybody talking about this Dawn and I album that I just dropped with the GOAT, Ninth Wonder, man. That's what we doing. Nah, man, hey, my man T-Mac was DJing at a Ninth Wonder show last night, man. This nigga, the price done gone up for your boy, man.
That's right. I was on the same turntables before 9. Somebody said that to me, and I was like,
yeah, shit like, yo, listen.
Everybody stepped up.
I was telling Finess, man, and that's crazy that you said that. Little shit like that is like mind-blowing, man. You feel me? Like, Finess made, we was in Utah, Finess made steak, and he was cooking in the crib like he think he a chef
That
and
shit looked good.
It was fire, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He put me onto some broccolini. You know what I mean? That shit was crazy. And he didn't get to eat because he was drunk and shit, so he had saved the plate for him. He had saved the plate for himself in the night. Finess crazy like that.
Yeah.
And then after the show, Ninth was like, man, I'm hungry, man. He's like, yo, y'all got any more of that steak left?
I interviewed Schemes on the show before. You shout out Schemes. Me and Schemes.
It's me and Schemes on the mountain.
He said there's a story behind that. Can you give us any more details or insight about this story,
man, Schemes,
and where that line comes from?
Schemes a motherfucker, man. He should have told you the fucking story, man. Schemes a motherfucker.
He put you on blast, son.
Shout out to Clever, man. I got love for Clever. You know, that's my first time out here. They had flew me out to Colorado, and this nigga Finess like, yeah, man. You know, well now I can't blame it on Finess. I was like, man, I'm in Colorado. I want to see some mountains. What's all the hype about, man? I know it was snowing. It was crazy snow. I'm like, nigga, it's my first time. I want to see some mountains, man. Take me to some fucking mountains. Oh, yeah. Nigga took me to some top of the mountains. Man, but it was bad. It was snowing bad. The snow, we couldn't get down from that bitch, man. Cars started sliding. This nigga crashed into fucking mountains and shit.
Yeah.
Me and Izzy in there looking at each other like, man, what the hell's going on right now? Finess didn't want to leave. He's like, I ain't leaving my car here, Moose. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We finna die right now in this mountain. This nigga, so Clever had came in like his, he had a bigger truck, and he had came and kind of like helped us get down from the mountain and just, you know, get out that whole situation and shit. So that's where I got that bar from. I'm like, man, I left the mountains, man, because right after that day I did leave and shit. And that's a funny story. It's just like, man, my first time in Colorado, I almost fucking died on a mountain, man. Like, this shit crazy, nigga. Like, what's going on? But shout out to the Box State, man.
Today we have a representative from the South. First artist from the South to hit the channel. He goes by the name of Serious B.
Yo, what's good?
And he's in the studio, man. Welcome.
Yo, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you for having me, though.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure to meet you this weekend. You know, been rocking with your art for a little bit. You know, found you through Finess, and you know, you're here for the Don and I tour. Talk about last night and
yo,
your thoughts.
That shit's just legendary. You know, I came out here, you know, in Denver like last year, and I met O or whatever. So it's just like cool just to see it all like coming to fruition. Just seeing like, you know what I'm saying, him dropping the Prodigal Son to him now being on tour with Musalini doing this thing. Then I come out here to the Box State, just kicking in the Springs with him and just see him, you know, celebrate that. That was cool. And Moose just do his thing. Like, he just doing his thing. It's just smooth. He a smooth guy. He just like doing it. So it's just always coming out here to show them love. You feel me? Like, that's really what it's about, just showing love. So it's always epic with them, like, for real.
We got Grand Combo in the building. What's good, y'all?
What's good? What's good, TMac?
We got Blanco right here. Windsor James. What's good, y'all?
Yeah, just chilling.
We here, man. We in Denver, man.
But yeah, just really just all music though. My inspiration goes heavy like with that. Some niggas don't listen to that. They don't know what it is. They ain't gonna never know what it is. But I make beats. Shit. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? It gets deep with the. We make beats. You know, you're a DJ. We do that. So we gonna have a broader perspective than anybody else. They ain't listening to Hungarian music or whatever. Like, I'm all over the place with inspiration. It's all lovely. So I'm all over the globe with it. Like I said, man, 100% standpoint of anything. I'm not just listening to Spanish music and all that type of shit. I'm all over the fucking place, bro.
He just diss you right there, bro?
He be slide dissing and shit, man. I let it happen right now, man. We on camera and
my
shit.
nigga try to cut me off, and we brothers though, so it's cool.
Chill.
Don't cut me off, nigga.
Got to relax.
What you talking about, man? Hey.
There's a lot, you know.
I got a lot.
I mean, one line that just sticks out in my head is one that he said. I mean, it's a very simple line, but I mean, in today's climate, I mean, it just hits really hard.
Niggas ain't rapping like they supposed to. Okay, you made $a few $1 million off trap streams. You supposed to. Oppose who? Sincerely not Windsor. No. Cause I crack dentures and clip suspenders. Eddie give two shits about algorithms.
Made $1 million off of trap streams. You supposed to.
Yes.
I mean, today's climate is, it's very different than it was in the 90s, and talking about all these artists that influenced us when they came out.
Don't get me wrong, man.
Very different. Let's talk about this line, what went into it a little bit.
We love that shit. We love that shit too, man. We on the. I love all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We in a different zone though. We making this is something we making, we doing. But I love that shit. I'm just saying. You can go out here and make a little trap boomy hit or some little popcorn shit. Whatever. I'm not talking no shit because I love it. I love that too. But we on a whole different range of shit.
Time and place for
we
everything.
We in our own. This the sound that we like. You
this
know
is
what
the
I mean?
zone.
This is the sound we like. We like. I like trap shit too. But it's not what I would do. You know what I mean? Like as far as like my sound.
If you can't see, if you don't know who I'm sitting with, it's my man Finess.
Yo.
Box State representative. What's good, How you doing?
TMac, my man, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm great.
It's good to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? With the man, the myth, the legend. And now we having conversations with TMac, man.
Hey, welcome back to the studio, homie.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Last time you was in here, we was preparing for the Don and I tour show in Colorado Springs.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
we was
sir.
doing prep for that, getting the set together.
Sir, that was crazy.
A few months ago. And we really haven't been able to chop it up and get together too much since then. So, amen. So let's start off there. Let's talk about the show, that experience, the Don and I, Ninth Wonder, Musalini, Khrysis, Swank, King Draft, Izzy, everybody, man. Talk about that night.
It's just first and foremost, let me just thank my brother Moose for bringing me on the stage, man. Let me share the stage with him and be around the greats, Ninth Wonder, Khrysis, you know what I'm saying? You got Izzy, Swank, Draft, all the bros from News, Eddie James, Blanco, Basement. I mean, it's something big. It was something big for the Springs, man, just for Colorado on a whole, I think. To bring that magnitude of talent here in our lane, what we do in our world, I think that was something just really big. And it was just a night, man. It was a night to remember, man. We had a lot of fun, you know what I mean? We performed. And it was just something big for my town, man. To do it in Colorado Springs was really.
What's good, everybody? DJ TMac here for another great hip hop conversation.
Yes,
we're gonna get into a hip hop conversation, a wine conversation, a food conversation.
Yes, all of
just
it.
whatever comes up. In the house today, we have my man Vino, and we are
Vino
here at Canna Wine Bar in Denver, Colorado. What's good, Vino?
Hey, man. How you doing, my man? How you doing?
I am great, man. It's great to finally be here, sit down with you.
Yes.
It took a while for us to get our schedules aligned, but we're here.
Great things take time, man, and I'm just happy that, we finally made it happen, and we sitting down. We at Canna Wine Bar in Denver, Colorado off Broadway, live and direct. But special moment, man. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So you want to be a rapper, huh? I got a whole bunch of one-liner quotes here, but that's like the first one that sticks out.
Yes.
So you want to be a rapper, huh?
I'm like, yeah, but I ain't nothing like them rappers, huh? Then she replied, oh yeah, how you differ? I'm just in it for the art. I feel as if my passion's bigger. Then she said, so you don't rap about the clothes, the cause money and hoes and drugs, talking about you throw? I said, no, I mean, wait, I do, but I talk about it with a purpose and a different point of view. Yes, you feel me?
Come on.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I just like to give the people my experience, be authentic to me and my true self. Yeah, man, and that's that just give me,